It is another day at this 100-day challenge, and welcome, guys, back. And I am came across this Reddit post, so let me give my two thoughts. It's about blogging being dead, going forward in the future. Blogging in terms of people writing their own 2 cents on a matter and putting it up on WordPress, Medium, or even personal blogging sites, whatever it is. I personally have a blog, so I go as Rashid Dahanayaka on Medium, so you can search me up and my articles will be there. Or if you want, I can even put the link down below for you guys to check it out. And I think, did I? Yeah, I even had a Wix.com blog site, which I maintain. Currently, I don't upload to that because it's a little cumbersome to work with Wix.com, but Medium is much more, robust in terms of, UI. It's much more easier to use. So, yeah, those blogs are there if you want to ever check it out. So, here is pretty much what this guy has to say. So here he says, have you guys seen the new AI mode in Google search where it writes an article for your query, the middleman from everything? It might be over. What do you think the solution to this is? An AI firewall. So I think this first comment really is a good answer. It says blogging will be dead, but not because of Google, but because the way people interact with information is changing. So I had this. I normally would record myself when I want to do like a yapping session. Yesterday I did such a session for like 30 minutes. I just expressed all my thoughts. 30 minutes, okay, talking about this issue that was in the back of my mind as I was reflecting on me working in a newspaper, right? And that is the way people choose to interact with information. Let's be honest, people want information to be communicated efficiently. They would not want to put in the effort to do research, check if the source is authoritative, if the source is backed up by actual facts based evidence or some authority on that information, for example, a professional, government institution, and whatnot. I mean, if you look at the advent of TikTok and Instagram, it's quite obvious. And with Instagram, YouTube, Facebook copying the TikTok's scroll 15-second video functionality, but TikTok having a slight reversal, going from 15-second videos and now also encouraging 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, even 10-minute videos. So that's interesting from TikTok's part. But nonetheless, you are seeing a direction that will not stop going, and that is that that basically the what you call the thing is out of the Pandora's box, right? You cannot put it back. The genie is out of the box. That's what I was trying to go for. The genie is out of the box. You cannot put it back in. It's already out there. Quicker ways of delivering information is here to stay. But that being said, you still need people to write deep features or investigative reporting. For instance, Pandora Papers, the articles that revealed the crimes of Jeffrey Epstein. This is from the global audience, so they also kind of understand. And maybe even in Sri Lanka, people writing exposés about what the Rajapaksa family did over the years to Sri Lanka, right? So all these things matter and play a role in adding knowledge, content, and context to society. Because in the end of the day, this information does get trickled down to almost every person in this country. Almost every person, either word of mouth. Now, most people that I've come across, they don't check news out on social media or stuff like that. People that I've interacted with outside of the news circles, people that I've interacted with using, just normal people that I've interacted with outside of the news circles don't usually go to social media and news. They either hear it from word of mouth or just YouTube, or maybe someone tells, okay, this so and so happened, and they go about their lives. I'm talking about youngsters specifically. Okay, much older people do, subscribe to YouTube and social media, uh, who does have access to a tab or a phone or a laptop, whatever it is. So yeah, now here's what this response to the first commentator said. Yeah, this is spot on. The way people interact with information is changing and faster than most of us can fully grasp. True. But that's part of what I found blogging in the sense of documenting ideas, reflections, work in progress more valuable than ever. For me, blogging isn't about chasing where the audience is moving next, it's about creating a durable record of my thinking. I 100% side with this guy's sentiment. Even when I post an article on Medium or on my Wix site, or even for my personal reference, like the 30-minute Yap video, which I had no intention of publishing it online anywhere. It is information, it is like a fossil of the way I thought. Now, for example, I use journey.cloud to do journaling. I even use Notion and Google Docs. I'm a little messy in that sense. I use journey.cloud and I can access the way I thought back in 2019. It's because I picked up the habit of journaling from 2019. Now, I have been on and off in this journaling habit. I haven't been super consistent, but I'm able to, you know, look at the way, just peek into the way that I've done my writing back then. Back then, I had only like one paragraph. I keep my thoughts short and simple. Now I have like more elaborate letters covering certain topics, getting a little deep on certain concepts. My writing has evolved over time in that sense. So I get to see that development of me as a person over time. From 2019 to 2022, wrote in a more short format, but from 2022 to 2023, I became more deep on my topics. But in 2024 to 2025, around 2023 to 2025, I did not become deeper. It's like I kept the depth, but I kept it short. It's like a balance of 2019 and 2025, if you know what I'm trying to. It's a balance of depth and quickly deliver information sort of thing going on there. But I do agree with the whole idea that you need to have a fossil or a recollection of who you are as a person on that particular day, because sometimes 5 years or 10 years back you will look at who you were as a person, and when you look at that piece of information that you wrote, you will be able to remember, oh yes, I did think like this, oh yes, something like this did happen, oh yes, this is how I looked, this is how I felt. It's like a reminder of who you are as a person. I mean, this is why even I agree with taking pictures wherever you go, but I don't necessarily agree with putting it on the internet, like on Instagram and TikTok. But I do agree with taking pictures, which is why I sometimes disagree with some people. Now, for example, there's this video which I will react and give my thoughts on a little later on. Some people, they take a lot of photos and people find it annoying. Like, don't take photos, enjoy the moment. Some people say that. I think you should take photos. You really should. It has helped me a lot. And I completely disagree with people saying that photos are not valuable. Photos are valuable. The only problem I have is I do not have enough space to store such photos and videos. I always struggle with storage. So that's my personal problem. But always find, if you are going to an event and you are enjoying it, you want to have a vessel of that memory stored in the back. So when you do go back and, for example, check these photo albums, uh, now before we had photo albums, now we have them in our Google Photos or in our galleries. When we go back and check, we are like, oh yeah, this is something that I did back then, this is pretty cool. That is very exciting for me personally, and this guy taps on that. So here he says, it helps me stay oriented in a world where information flow feels overwhelming and fragmented. Maybe blogging as a mass medium will change or shrink or fragment, but as a practice for sense making and for building coherent thread through our own intellectual journey, I think it'll stay alive for anyone who finds value in that kind of work. I do. And for that reason, you are right. He agrees what's old is new again. Blogging started as a way to journal, not drive rank. It's refreshing. Let's see what other opinions people have said. Why will anyone write if it's going to be gobbled up by an LLM and served at free and no real justification to the original? Yeah, you got that right. It seems like the future is really influencing with the present no more ghostwriters. The thing is, someone has to, now for this question, the guy in the middle, you kind of need someone to serve the information. Yeah, I don't agree that you should take the effort. If you're writing for an LLM, take the effort and put it, but someone has to feed the information eventually. But if it's going to be AI, well, that's a different topic, but someone has to feed the information. Now, for example, if the new, for example, the new mayor of Colombo just got appointed 4 days back, we still don't have the technology for that thing to be 100% automated. Someone has to write it down and upload it onto the internet, like Daily Mirror or other Derana or some channel, some authoritative source, and then let it circulate around these LLMs that now, okay, update, Colombo Mayor has been updated. If you're looking at it as a variable, Colombo Mayor equals now Colombo Mayor equals Ray Baltazar, for example. So someone has to put that information. Who's doing the feeding? Someone has to do that. So there should be value in that also, which is basically news reporting, right? Yes, the AI is going to replace the content with users filler words because cut the fluff out and cut to the chase. AI will not, however, replace an authentic content written with care, love, and dedication storytelling. Yes, I started. Blog is not dead. Crap content is dead. Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of people sharing their 2 cents on this. Don't really have the time to go through all of them, but I believe people have unique perspectives and each deserve to be read and explored in different uh, contexts. So it's it's an ongoing debate. That's what I can gather from this, and I had to say for this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I always say, please give me feedback if I need to polish my content up, or if I need to do any changes, or do you like the style, or you want different style. Just let me know what you guys think about the video. I'm glad to hear your thoughts on this matter. And it's RD signing off. Peace.